In the last tutorial when we were stabilizing footage, it wouldn't surprise me if it occurred to you that we could do with something that helped us categorize all our different assets, be it photographic or video or audio or illustration. Well, there is such a thing within Vegas Pro, and it's called the Media Manager. So we're going to look at this Media Manager throughout this tutorial. So let's look at accessing it. Run up to View and then down here where you see Media Manager, and by default the shortcut is Control plus Alt plus 4. Well, I'm going to click here and there you'll see this Media Manager user interface. At present, you'll see 3 categories here: audio, video and photos. If you've not set this up already, then by default you won't see the photos category. You will only see audio and video. So let's go through these categories first of all. If I click on here to open up my audio folder, well, it's not really a folder as such. It's an area where we can click in all these checkboxes when we want to tag a particular asset. And in this case, it's audio. And within audio here, as you can see, we've got all these sub-check boxes that we can check in to further help us when we are searching through all our files. In our middle panel, the search results panel, well, I'm going to see everything at the moment because I've not restricted or filtered out anything. When you do check in any of the tags checkboxes, then effectively what you're doing is you are filtering out every asset that you've got in your Vegas Pro library that doesn't relate to the particular checkbox that you would be checking in. So if I scroll down here for all my search results, let's see if we can find some audio. Well, here's a file, this guitar file. By selecting it, then you'll see some properties to the right. And now I know this is a guitar file, well, I can click in my checkbox there for guitar under audio. Also, you would think this doesn't work because what we're doing is we are simply checking in here to filter out any assets on our hard drive within our library that have so far been tagged with the guitar name. And because we haven't done that yet with this guitar file, well, we don't see anything. So I'll uncheck it because I need to apply a tag to this audio file. So I'll right click on it, and then the second option down, Apply Tag. Click on here, and then you'll see this small Apply Tag dialog box. Then navigate and find the relevant option. We're looking at video at the moment. We want to be looking in audio. So I'll open up audio here, and there you go. There you see the guitar tag. So select it and hit OK. In the bottom right now of your user interface for this Media Manager, you'll see that this guitar audio file has been tagged with the tag name guitar, which of course means if I now come over here to our search area, check in the guitar checkbox there, and then that will now reveal all the files on our system that we've tagged with that guitar name. And because we've only done one at the present time, well, we only see that one guitar file there. Let me uncheck it. So I see all my files within the library. Now it just so happens that most of my audio files are named with a relevant name that indicates what the actual file is. But you know there's going to be millions of times when your audio files, or for that matter your video or photographic files, don't have a name, and you can see some above. These don't really have names that inform us what type of file it is. But we can get round this by selecting a file, this one for example. Now I know it is a guitar file because it's called Guitar Riff. However, if we'd had an obscure name there, all we would need to do is select it like this. And if you wait a few seconds, it will automatically play for you. Or if you don't want to wait, you can come up here and click on the play button. Okay, I'm sure you will agree, a useful feature. So now we know this is a guitar file, not only by name, but also because we've just listened to it. Let's right click on it and we'll apply the tag, this one here, guitar, once more, and then OK this as well. And in our Properties panel, right in the bottom right, where we see tags, of course we see the guitar tag has now been applied. Incidentally, you're not restricted to simply having one tag per file. With this guitar file that we've just tagged with the name guitar, well, I know it's part of our finished studio recording. So I could also tag this with production music. So I'll do that. I'll right click, roll down to apply tag, and then I'll just scroll down here so I find production music. There it is, and OK it. And there we go. Now, because we've got this guitar riff start file still selected, then we'll see down in our tags category those 2 tags, guitar and production music. Which means if I click on my guitar checkbox here in my search pane, then I will see these 2 guitar files that we've just recently tagged. Whereas if I now come down to production music and check in here, then we only see the 1 guitar file because we only applied the tag production music to one of our guitar files. Whereas if I want to see all my guitar files, albeit there are only 2 at the moment, well, I would uncheck production music and go back up to guitar, check in there, and there we go. There we see our 2 guitar files. And if I select my guitar riff start file, well, as you heard, we automatically get to hear it. Okay, so that's the Media Manager. And of course, we've been looking at audio, but should you want to, you can go to a different category. Video, for example. And open this up and you'll see all these subcategories inside. And that's really why I've been focusing on this Media Manager. Because as I said at the beginning of the tutorial, in the previous tutorial, when we were looking at stabilizing our footage, well, it would be useful if we could categorize or tag different types of film footage that we've got. Here, for example, within video, we can see that we've got these subcategories of framing, and inside there we've got close-up, medium, and wide. We've also got camera motion, which is what prompted me to do this tutorial. Because in here, we can check against our film footage for static, pan, zoom, and handheld footage. Okay, so that's it really. That's the Media Manager. Well, a basic overview of it, and I'm sure once you start using it to start tagging your files within a project, which subsequently get added to your Vegas Pro library, then you will find this a great time saver.